Hi, I'm Matt Chamberlain of Elenberg Fraser, and it's my pleasure to present 380 Melbourne. This project establishes a new mixed-use community in the heart of Melbourne, creating places to live, stay, work or play, immersed in all the benefits of city life, while enhancing the surrounding urban realm. 380 Melbourne is located centrally within the Hoddle grid, close to the junction of Queen Street and Lonsdale Street. The site sits nearby Melbourne Central Station and close to Hardware Lane, and occupies a large site of over 3,000 square metres, spanning the full length of a city block from Lonsdale Street through to Little Lonsdale Street. The site was previously occupied by a multi-storey car park constructed in the early 1980s, which presented generally blank edges to the public realm. The project employs a podium tower typology, with the scale of the lower floors sitting comfortably between the neighbouring buildings to maintain a consistency of height along the street frontages. Above, a pair of connected tower forms rise to 69 and 53 stories, stepping in response to the scale of the adjacent built form context. This is a genuine mixed-use development. Multi-level retail, commercial, and food and beverage tenancies activate the street interfaces at lower levels. Car and bike parking occupy the interiors of the podium floor plates. A 252-key Voco hotel is located within the southern tower, and 766 apartments provide homes to both owner-occupiers and renters. The vertical community has access to extensive amenities throughout level 7, level 8, and the rooftop of the south tower. The fig is not a fruit, but a fleshy structure called a syconium, containing a multitude of fruits within. We see the fig as a metaphor for 380 Melbourne, being a complex structure that holds multiple programs and inhabitants. We use the fig as a conceptual driver to develop interior spaces that provide a sensory journey for building users. Key to the brief, the project achieved a 5-star Green Star rating, representing Australian excellence in environmentally sustainable design. Key initiatives included a 54 kilowatt photovoltaic array, extensive rainwater harvesting, an emphasis on sustainable transport, including more than 1 bicycle space per apartment, and extensive integrated landscaping, contributing to the local ecology and combating the urban heat island effect. At ground level, the previous multi-storey car park on the site formed a barrier to pedestrian connectivity in this area of the city. 380 Melbourne incorporates an extension to Timothy Lane, linking Niagara Lane to the south with Sutherland Street to the north. This gesture improves the city's laneway network by creating a new pedestrian mid-block path of travel and enhancing the use of adjacent laneways. The street interfaces and the new laneway are animated by retail spaces, food and beverage tenancies, and both residential and hotel lobbies. Along Timothy Lane, integrated planting and furniture elements delineate pedestrian zones and provide moments for pause and inhabitation. Overhead, a 5-storey green wall brings a landscape character to the new public space, and integrated lighting installation acts as a wayfinding device emphasising the hotel entrance. A pair of residential lobbies engage with the laneway, providing residents with their first taste of the project's interior spaces, inspired by the tones and forms of the fig. The podium is composed from a series of shifting volumes, each containing distinct internal programs. This arrangement breaks down the edge between public and private space, while creating a series of unexpected spatial relationships between the volumes, the interstitial spaces, and the pedestrian realm. Designed in collaboration with Aspect Studio, lush landscape pockets proliferate the zones between the glazed volumes to create functional outdoor spaces with an outlook over the leafy tree canopy of Lonsdale Street. Polished stainless steel soffits reflect the landscape and the activity of the street life below, while bridge link elements span over Timothy Lane to create a dynamic interplay between public and private space. We work closely with the engineers at Robert Bird Group to resolve the structural gymnastics required in this area. Primarily located atop the podium, extensive communal amenities invite residents to extend their lives beyond their apartments, fostering a strong building community. Clusters of pearlescent seed-like glass spheres create chandeliers over communal lounge areas, signalling congregation zones, and these spaces open up onto the landscape podium top. A series of private dining rooms, each with its own character, allow residents to cook for and host groups of friends and family while enjoying views over the city. In the games room, bleacher seating encourages residents to gather and enjoy a casual table tennis tournament. The focal point of the wellness facilities is a 25-metre lap pool lined with pink daybeds, and these facilities also include a spa, sauna and steam rooms. Other amenities include cinema, karaoke rooms, gym and library, providing residents with spaces for exercise, relaxation, work and entertainment. The materiality of the residential facilities prioritises durability. Natural stone surfaces are used extensively, referencing the rich textures and colour tones of the fixed flesh. The tower architecture represents a modern reinterpretation of the classic bay window, creating a unique spatial experience while defining a rippling external surface. The stepping bay windows are constructed from curved glass and arranged in a diagonal migration across the facade, providing all apartments with one of the larger projections. The curtain wall is highly standardised, composed from 8 bay window modules, which project up to 1 metre from the primary facade. The glazing incorporates a dichroic low emissivity coating developed specifically for the project, which subtly shifts in coloration depending on the viewing angle to accentuate the undulating facade geometry. Its reflective nature provides the building with an ever-evolving character responding to the time of day, weather, and seasons. Almost 6,000 curved glass panels were manufactured using digital glass bending technology developed for the project. And the undulating slab edge was efficiently achieved using a series of steel edge form profiles that were rearranged and reused as the construction ascended. The investment in this facade strategy represented a strong value proposition to our client, providing apartments and hotel suites with additional internal space and a unique internal spatial experience. The building skin contains apartments in 1, 2, and 3 bedroom configurations. All apartments have great natural daylighting, with not a single one orientated solely towards the south. Within each apartment, the bay windows allow residents to occupy a zone projecting beyond the primary facade to enjoy immersive 180-degree views of the cityscape. Many of the apartments incorporate studies, which allow residents to comfortably work from home. Apartment interiors are composed from a restrained material palette of durable finishes. And joinery elements include hidden touches of colour, subtly referencing tones of the fig. We work closely with a passionate team of suppliers and harness the opportunities afforded by the building's large scale to embed the project's identity in the details, designing and delivering a series of custom elements throughout, such as door handles, basins, and light fittings at the same cost as proprietary items. 380 Melbourne houses a multitude of programs, activities, and stories, exploring the opportunities of high density mixed-use development to deliver rich internal and external environments. The project reflects the changing moods of the city and stitches together existing public spaces to embed itself in the vibrant urban fabric of Melbourne. It's been a pleasure to share 380 Melbourne with you today. Thanks so much for your time. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.